This is Jessica Williamson, and you're watching ZapRoot. Turns out it's not just Americans that are expanding the market for stretch pants. Apparently there are fatties in Europe too. All that wine and cheese seems to have caught up with those kids. Across the continent, more than 22 million of them are overweight or obese. But you know those Europeans, they actually try and deal with their problems. Silly bastards. They've committed $260 million per country to the school fruit scheme, which puts fresh and local fruits and vegetables into the mouths of underprivileged children for free. I don't know, sounds like socialism to us. Free produce to poor people? What sort of government would allow that sort of insanity? Have you driven a Ford lately? No, seriously, have you? Turns out you're not the only one thinking about gas prices. Ford has been ramping up its green efforts all over the place, debuting a prototype for a Ford Escape plug-in hybrid, which claims 88 miles per gallon city and 50 highway, using E85, which is 85% ethanol and 15% gas. The car's battery can take you 30 miles at up to 40 miles per hour using no fuel at all. They've also developed EcoBoost engine technology that will provide 30% more fuel efficiency by injecting ethanol into the gas-air mixture. Plus, they're planning on doubling their hybrid line by 2010. Okay, so yeah, of course the whole gas guzzling thing wasn't working for them anymore. But let's face it, that horse has left the barn. Ford has sold a lot of those F-150 trucks and everywhere. And well, trucks and SUVs aren't just going to magically disappear. So why not convert them into 41 mile per gallon hybrids? The Illinois Institute of Technology Master's Program has spun off a startup company which has built a bolt-on module that converts a standard F-150 into a plug-in hybrid electric vehicle. It still costs a hefty 60 grand to convert a truck, but they're expecting costs to come down. Pimp My Ride Truckers Edition? Anybody? Free Chico bags are back, and this time they're badder than ever. So go to our community site, sign up, and send us a message saying you want a free Chico bag. People will be selected at random each week. Free stuff doesn't get much easier than that. Does Robert De Niro maintain his youth by sucking the life essence out of endangered species? If so, someone needs to tell him it's not working. De Niro's celebrity-friendly restaurant Nobu has apparently been serving endangered bluefin tuna. The US calls for a total ban on bluefin tuna fishing, while the EU has already banned bluefin tuna fishing in the Mediterranean. It went something like this. A crack team of undercover Greenpeace investigators replaced their Birkenstocks with Manolo Blahniks and went into Nobu and posed as people who order sushi. Without blowing their cover, they asked for bluefin. They said they had none, but the yellowfin was delicious. Disappointed that they had washed off their patchouli for nothing, Greenpeace took their food to go. Later, with DNA testing, they determined conclusively that some of the restaurants were serving endangered bluefin tuna, which had been identified as yellowfin. While it's not exactly illegal, it certainly sucks. Will McKenzie of Greenpeace said, if you were served up something that was labeled as steak and only found out later that you'd actually eaten tiger or rhinoceros meat, you would be outraged. With this in mind, we suspect that the Nobu celebrity clientele is going to change a little bit. Later, Leonardo! Hasta la vista, Madonna! Avita Zane, Al Gore! Maybe that's the old crowd anyway, and Nobu should just go with it. Offer the most exclusive animals that nature has to offer. Now that's eating with impact. You could probably sign Jessica Simpson up. She barely knows what tuna is. Maybe you could get the Hills to shoot there. Heidi and Spencer could eat the last of the species and inspire a whole new craze. Maybe Nobu could get Sarah Palin a table. But she'd probably just tell you that the fish aren't endangered anyway. Thanks for watching, and be sure to check us out at ZapRoot.com. Want some free stuff? Well, BuyGreen.com is looking to give it to you. Sign up on our community site, add a blog entry. You can use pics and videos, and the best blog entry this week will receive this. Sponsored by BuyGreen.com. And don't forget, there's a link in our show notes. Hey YouTube user, you should subscribe. The button is right over here. Seriously, this button's all over the place.